Hey, so peep this right. Like, um, I ran one time in my life. I ran from a confrontation that could have got violent one time in my life, and that's the reason I don't anymore. Because the situation was, I'll explain it. I remember it like it was yesterday. So we walked to the store for my grandma's husband, or we walked to the store like we always would for my grandparents, and we walked to the store, and in the midst of us walking to the store, we hold on, let me let the train go by. So, in the midst of us walking to the store, as we normally did for my grandparents, um, we lived in a impoverished neighborhood, so violence and bullying and all of that shit was a thing. So, we walked to the store for my grandma or whatever. On the way back to the store, um, like over the weekend or maybe like the week before, we were at the park and my cousin, we was playing basketball and my cousins from like a upper suburban area, they came down to the hood with us. You know what I'm saying, for the weekend. So we at the park playing basketball as we normally did. We went to the park. We was kids. I went to the park. This was before social media and shit. So we hung out with other kids and we hung out with each other. You know what I'm saying? So, I went to the park as a kid. So that was our thing. Riding bikes and going to the park and playing with the neighborhood kids and shit, not social media. So anyway, we went to the park with my little cousins, you know what I'm saying? They white and black, you know what I'm saying? My uncle black and then they mama white. So anyway, they're not used to the hood, you know what I'm saying? So this dude run up on my cousin and my cousin get to fighting him. So I take my two little cousins and I take them back to the house. I take them to the house, get them to the house, and then my cousin I think he ended up meeting me back, or by the time I got back to the park, dude was gone. I'm not sure what, I'm not sure how it went, but it's like, I didn't feel good about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was thinking about the kids and them, like, not being used to seeing shit like that. So I was trying to get them out the way and get them back to my grandma crib real quick so I could go fight with my cousin, because it was one dude, but he was older than us and bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? So it was only one guy. So anyways, that happened or whatever. So then the same dude, when we was walking back from the store from my grandma and them, he was like basically trying to extort us as kids, like, give me y'all money or whoop whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? He was a big kid, and mind you, I just seen him fight my cousin like a week ago. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, I'm a kid, but it's like I wasn't out here trying to be like, no, I wasn't out here trying to pretend like I was no gangster, nothing. Like I already been that, but it's like I wasn't out here on that, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway, um, as we're walking back, like, he like, give me your money. He see we had something, so he figured, okay, we gotta have some change. So he basically like, give me the money, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, we only had 50-cent change, and in my head, I'm like, shoot, this ain't my money. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way I played it. So I gave him the 50 cent. My little brother was like, no, and I'm like, my little brother was like, no, I'm not giving him nothing, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this money. It ain't mine. You know what I'm saying? But it was like I would have had to deal with going back to my grandma and explaining where the money went. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think she asked me for the money though. They never asked for the change back. So they ended up never asking for the change back anyway. But it was like, in that instance, I gave up the money. I gave up the money because I didn't care about the money. Now, if it was my money, I wouldn't have gave it to him. But since it wasn't mine, I didn't care about him getting that money. It was like I wasn't trying to prove like I wasn't finna defend nobody else's money. That's the way I thought about it. Like, shit, if it was my money, I wouldn't have gave him shit. But it was like it wasn't mine, so I didn't really care. And my little brother was trying to defend their money, and I'm like, man, it ain't my money. I don't care. But that was my thought process for it, and it felt like. But I said that to say that situation made me feel like um, I played it wrong, or I was a pussy and I ran away from confrontation. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, that's the reason I don't now, because I ain't know how it would have played out. I mean, it played out how it played out. I mean, I never seen dude again because um, my uncle ended up saying something to the dude. You know what I'm saying? The dude got scared of my uncle or whatever. But yeah, he ended up saying something to the dude about dude basically bullying us and shit as a kid, and it was like uh, I felt like the biggest pussy running from that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I felt like the biggest pussy taking my cousins and them back to the house and coming back. Like that never sat well with me because I'm not against defending myself, especially for some shit that ain't because of me. We was just kids playing basketball. We wasn't out there bullying people and taking money and shit from people. Like dude was an evil nigga and that's what he chose to be. So it was like I'm not against defending myself against nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, you know what I'm saying, I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying now it's like full circle. You know what I'm saying? It's the same type of shit. It's just now I'm an adult. So it's like I'm not against defending myself against evil people who choose to bring their evil ways and their violence and their negativity my way, because I choose to not be an evil, negative, violent person. However, I could match or exceed your energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I choose to take the high road and walk away and shit. People only think they tough here with me because I choose to walk away and take the high road, because I don't have the same consequences. Not because I'm afraid of them or they scare me or I can't defend myself. It's just when you know better, you do better. So it's like I have no desire to prove myself to nobody, but it's like I can't control the actions of evil people who don't mean me well. They're against me. Violence and negativity is what they be on. So it's like I can't control that. You know what I'm saying? I can only do what I can do about it. I can't control it. I gotta deal with it and do what I can do about it. So we gotta do what we can do about it. Shit. It's no other way around it. They're not gonna stop coming because oh they're not gonna stop coming, period. It ain't even no other way to put it. They're not gonna stop that shit. So it's like, okay, I'm not stopping what I do either. So it's gonna have to be what it's gonna be. And I'm not running from nobody. I'm not hiding from nobody. I don't promote violence. I don't promote negativity. I don't promote none of that shit. I don't ask for it, but I get it. And it's like, I'm never gonna run from it. I try to walk away, they follow me. I go out of my way to be by myself. They follow me. It's like, shit, enough is enough. I said what I said. Sauce Lord shit.